let me see, I lost. I lost the screen.
We only see the symbol.
Right. Where is the
What do you want?
my screen? Okay. Where is the obvious?
你把它放太大了，对。
Yeah, thank you. Okay, today's character, you'll get your handout, right? Okay, today's character, we got two characters, and the pine, and also the beautiful, and what's first? Okay, so let's go on beauty first. Beauty first. This beauty, okay, I saw Susan's work, and she learned that already. And there is different writings for this building. I mean this beauty. Traditional one and simplified, but very close. And even for the traditionally people write that kind of very similar to the simplified one, and just for the writing. And but I choose the most artist write, the master's writing, and let's just do it. Of course, see the standard size, standard style first. Okay, water, totally wetted, and then ink. Oh, actually what? Actually, I'm going to use some like the Xuan with some just rice paper with some golden flake on it. I saw Susan's work for the committed for his brother some things for the gift, and she wrote on the mulberry one. We have mulberry one and the rice paper, both with the golden flake. And it's beautiful for painting and for ink work. And I think lots of people think the golden flake won't show or bothers ink work, but actually it does not. I like it a lot. I like it a lot because gold is beautiful. And my work behind me, the lotus on at the frame. Can you see that? Yeah, that one is on the my lotus is on a rice paper with golden flake, and I cannot get the camera closer, but the flake shows after the ink work. It still shows very shining. And I think it's not like the other colors. The gold is some flakes is very good with the ink work. I use just the ink and use the paper with golden flake. Okay, now I'm doing this beautiful things because I always on the bamboo paper, and since Susan mentioned with golden flake, I will work on that. Okay, 2 dots on the top. One left, this is smeared, and one right, kind of this direction holding. And actually later I will introduce, this is like a lamb or a sheep, and the 2 horizontal one. 1, 2. 3. This one a little bit too longer. And then 2 dots. And then big slant to the left and press to the right. That's the standard for beauty or beautiful. And I want to explain something. Actually, the top of them originally from the character of lamb or goat. See, this is kind of the horn. How to say the sheep? Not sheep, not horn. How do you call that? The 2 things. Say horn.
Horns.
Horns. Oh, same as the ox. Oh, okay. Yeah, like two horns, but you do not want this very stiff, like facing to you the same. You're trying to do like people's picture a little bit angled. So 2 dots, a little bit different. And then 1, 2, 3. So this is lamb. This is a lamb or sheep or goat. Sheep or goat. That's the character. So on top of this is that. And on the bottom, so nowadays it's become without this, this tail, and become only 1, 2, 3. So that one, and we learned the character for the large or big on top. And originally it's kind of the fire on top. On the bottom, like this. This is the large. This is the large for the character, this part. And this is the fire. So those are 2 ways to write. And later they put this stroke together, so become this kind of the beauty. So that's the from. The beauty the characters came from. Let me see. I can show more on paper. And the other word, interesting, by the way, I just showed you don't have to write right now, is the character for delicious. Every people know the Chinese food, right? Chinese like to eat. And the delicious, the word delicious composed with the character of the fish on the left. This is the fish. And on the right, the character of goat or sheep. So I don't know why Chinese people originally think what's delicious, put the seafood and the meat. This meat is lamb. Seafood and meat together, it is considered delicious. Anyway, nowadays people even didn't think of the character itself. But when you, people, they know Chinese character, they know Chinese people. They never think of the origin come from. But when you point it out, oh yeah, right, okay, so okay, both seafood and meat together. Oh, that's delicious. But they use this word everywhere. They think, let's say, I think my cabbage is delicious. Same word. Never think of the meat and the fish. Anyway, too far. Okay. Anyway, this veggie is delicious. Same word. Nothing to do with the meat itself. Okay, and I don't know why the beauty comes from the big, I mean the big sheep, big goat, or the fire. I mean the beauty of the beauty of character become like the on fire goat and the sheep. I think originally, anyway, respect to the sheep or goat. Originally, people, I think, lacking of food or anything, in the ancient time, however. But nowadays, people never think of there's a character of the sheep or goat there. They think like clothing beautiful, flower beautiful. Just to think this is the character for beautiful or beauty, if say the beautiful. Okay, if I thought this is the for people, right? We learned. Okay, beautiful people. Okay, beautiful people. Never think of, nothing to do with the sheep or the goat. By the way, we are going to learning like the zodiac animals. We will meet this sheep or goat later. So by the way, I just introduce a little bit. Okay, standard style. We did this for beauty. And walking style, just start walking, not still standing, not that much different, but the two dots become a little bit connect. Like Susan's work actually is nowadays print out things, or some people do that. The very, very connected two dots even become one stroke, like a horizontal stroke. Yes, I'm showing the characters of the one, the walking style. See, two dots connected, but still want to see this come from the two dots, not the horizontal one. It's a little bit different. Harry, would you mind to get more ink for me? I think the bottle is empty. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, the walking style, just the two dots, the bottom two dots a little bit. Oh, it's dripping. Do it. And two, and very connected. So this is a walking style. Susan, can you see? It's very close to the, the horizontal one. And some people, I saw Susan's writing as well. Some people do the like two parts. That's why I just introduced the goat sheep things. So most people do classical. Most people do like the one stroke from bottom down, and some people do like that. Two parts, goat parts, and the bottom parts. So you can do whatever you feel comfortable, especially standard writing. However, it's a stroke by stroke one. Okay, that's the walking style. Nothing to do, just faster for the two dots connecting, and each stroke shows a little bit, not that much press there. So looks the speed and the rhythm more, smoother. Let's see the grass style or cursive style. Of course, you can tell it's much cursive, and how it's come from. Okay, so especially the bottom one. So look at the top, still two horns in the horns there. And then the first stroke indicated the horizontal one, very clear. I say if change later or change on the bottom thing, but some artists want to show the starting part very clear, you know, from the standard style. So the first stroke very clear, almost stay the same. And then two other horizontal one become, the second one is very shorter and continue with this connection stroke, and then shows the third horizontal one, you know, kind of the letter, the capital letter Z or the number 2, the writing of, okay, actually is from the 2 horizontal stroke. And then back to the top, become this whole big, you know, the vertical or the slant things, and make a big cross there, shows the connecting, and then like a big dot, not really press, but with some power to the right. And then just one dot at very, very last. Let's do it. Okay, so 2 dots connect on the top, almost the same. And then first horizontal one stay almost the same. And then 2 horizontal one connected together and back to the bottom to do the large slant connect with this press. I didn't do very good. So a little bit lift, but with the power. And eventually, very last stroke is this big dot, cross that. So when you do the last stroke, a little bit, I say sometimes very subtle, or people used to do that. So the direction is the right down, and you want to do a little bit this curve, this shape. I call it a little bit like the swelling out towards, instead of you know, this direction, instead of like a big dots, very long dots, instead of like the sunken thing, instead of this shape. You know, this stroke mostly shows more power to that shape. Yeah, a little bit that shape, instead of to this shape. Okay. I'll do it again. So 2 dots connect, and 1 horizontal one, and then 2 of them connect and then back to this and this, and that's the word for beauty or beautiful. You can do, I say the beautiful people, beautiful man, beautiful lady. Or just a single character. Yeah, you can, you know, display this single character makes sense. It's just a beauty everywhere. Beauty is just beauty. Okay. Let's go to the next character for today's work. It's smeared a lot, especially I didn't have my brush very good. See this part. This is unsized xuan, or roll xuan rice paper, raw rice paper. But I just want to show you with some golden flakes there, and cannot bring it that closer to the camera. Actually, it's beautiful also for the calligraphy. And because calligraphy sometimes is very dark and only black. So gold on that will be very beautiful. Okay, then let's move to the second character. Second character is the pine tree, and as we see the wood radical, probably you can recognize already, because we learned the wood, the tree, and the forest with this we call radical. Radical sometimes also just shows the meaning of the characters. So lots of plants or trees are different kind of the trees use this radical. So radical first. It's slight, as radical slightest is narrower than the right part, right? Right part because for grandpa as grandpa actually, but for the sound, for the phonetic thing. So radical first. Not good, too fast. Like 2 dots, like we learned like 8, Chinese number 8. Remember I said this is the 8 in our character of the T. And 1, and gradually lift. And press again, gradually lift. And then big dots here. So that's the pine or pine tree. See, this part is too spacey, I will say, not very good. And this part too weak, I need to gradually lift it. So yeah, this is more smeared. So I try to go fast and do that, not good. So every time when you use the ink and the paper, a little bit different, because all of those paper are handmade. So very quick as you touch it, you know how smeared it is. So you change and you try to control the speed. You adjust it and you get the balance of it. That's why I think some people call make friends with the paper. So this stroke can go a little bit longer, even the gradually lifting, eventually lifted. Yeah, but can go longer, shows more sturdy, stable looking, right? Mm-hmm. And for vertical connector with the hook, you know, it's a hard stroke. And we meet that in lots of characters. So we don't want to do the perfect in the ones, you know, we will gradually make improve it. And see, most I saw in your homework, this hook is still, see, I sometimes even it's hard for me to do it as well. Kind of the, you know, pause more and make kind of, I said the triangle thing. Kind of triangle thing here by pausing more, not directly draw it. Yeah, pause and change a little bit direction and stretch it out. So we will, this is a very hard stroke as well. Yeah. So we will meet this stroke at lots of places and gradually making our progress. Yeah. Okay, let's do this standard style and the wood radical we learned already. Let's do the walking style. See how much difference. Still wood radical, but wood radical when goes faster, walking style or the cursive style normally change to this kind of the order and the looking very different. And right part, of course, more connected, right? Let's do it. Okay. So the wood from this, right? From this become walking style normally do just not start here and just one stroke, but from here, press and lift, sometimes almost repeat, almost overlapped. But the process is press and lift and very well prepared for the next stroke. Normally shows that. So do that. 1, 2, and next. 2 dots connected together, same direction and talk together. And those things very connected. Bottom things like triangle things become very connected stroke. But the wood radical and the wood tree thing become that kind of writing is very common, very common. You will do the same thing for other characters with the same radical of wood radical. Let's do it again. This come from, right? But when it's writing, do that. The almost the same and yeah, do that. Yeah, I do it a little bit over. See, sometimes really overlapping and really kind of repeat things, but it shows you need to do this way, press and lift. Because we have other thing just directly from here. So those two are different, and it shows. Even I do not see your the process of writing, but I will tell on the paper, on the character you write. Okay, let's do it again. Da, 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 So that's walking, and the same way to do the wood for lots of characters. Same rule. Okay, let's do the cursive. Cursive just more faster and more I mean, like faster rhythm there. Okay, left one almost the same, and this very stylish for do the horizontal one, not very even, you know, shows the left hand side very clear and longer, just some style for the beauty. You don't have to do that, but it does beautiful. I do that a little bit, but not that much. So this kind of like a number 3, but the last stroke, this is for the connection and the back a little bit for connection to other characters normally. So do not on purposely do this very, you know, strong, solid, kind of concentrated on this stable thing for for the horizontal one, and then back a little bit, you know, these kind of things. Not hook, but you know, for the next character, or you can pause there, do things like that. Not very solid like that, do this hook thing. Okay, that's the characters. And talking about the writing on the scroll, and I brought some scrolls we have here. Actually, this is the small size. We have a couple of different sizes. And this is the things we have, and I choose the smallest size we have is a vertical. And for I designed that. I designed that many years ago for just one character display, and have the silk margin. The silk scroll, it says silk. It actually silk margin, some weaving thing fabric. This is what we call, personally, I like it. I call green tea. And with some like the shining weaving things, not seriously gold. So kind of the double layered things. And then the center part, the window part, is shrunk paper. It's just not, it's ready for writing on it, and not backing paper. It's ready for, you know, for writing. Everything is ready. And but sometimes people like to write on the paper first and cut in, cut the perfect size for it, and then later mount on it. So you can write a lot and choose one piece you like with no pressure, you know, and later mount on it. But if you want to write on it, this is for writing already. Yeah, I'm going to write on the pine or the beauty on that. Which character you want me to write? You want me to write today? I mean the beauty or the pine?
I'm in a class right now.
Which one you want?
Do beauty.
Beauty?
Sure.
Okay. What's the color for silk margin? We have that as well. This is it's like a salmon kind of the orange color. Cause yeah, when I order it, cause I think sometimes match the ink work, cause character is very dark and only black. So I don't know, some people like that kind of reddish orange color. And also we have a very typical, very elegant one, very even one. This is a kind of a brownish color with ink work. It's very beautiful. It's actually very even, always beautiful. And the other one, lots of people like this piece, because this piece is a kind of the royal blue with some like a weaving silk gold on that. And it's elegant, but with some color, the reflection, some color matched with ink work as well. So beauty, right? But which you think is matched for the? It doesn't matter. Just one of them. Which one? Susan Raymond, you did some scroll last time, or Amelie. I saw your work is on the bamboo, right? How do you mount it on the bamboo?
I used the silicone.
Silicone, really? Oh.
Yeah. I used a double thickness of it to make it stick really well.
I see. but after that word, so this okay, so if you directly write on that, the squirrel is a squirrel. So always when you want to change or give people, you can always roll it. You can always roll it. Yeah, roll it and tie it, and so we have our draw and lots of Henry's work and my one's couple of yeah, and but when you use this as a backing paper, you want to use some thing right on and I stick on it, mount on it. You want to use a single layer thing, single shuan or single mulberry paper. You do not want the very thick one, otherwise cannot roll again. Always displays like that. So you want to keep the feature of the rolling. You want to use the thin, single shuan or single mulberry. We have mulberry as well.
Victoria,
Yes.
what I meant is, in order to get it to stick to the bamboo, I used 2 layers of the silicone. I put the silicone on the bamboo first, and then I also backed the paper with it and ironed it together, and it stuck really well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Okay. I understand what's the double meaning. Okay, so both sides of a bamboo and the paper back, right? Back of paper. I understand. Okay. So which silk margin you want me to do? Brown, blue, green, orange?
Blue.
Huh?
Blue.
Blue,
Blue?
Blue. Blue.
walking style.
Blue. Okay. This one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I actually see what I prefer larger brush, because when you press, the stroke could not become the part of the brushing root and become very, hard, stiff things shows. But for the larger brush, see, this is my we call grab brush. When you do really large, you grab like that, but you can still use this way to hold it. What's the size for that cloud character, Emily, you used? What size of the brush?
Smaller than that, something in between. It was smaller than that, but not
like 2 inches, right? Kind of.
Yeah, probably.
That was so pretty. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beauty. It's always moving. Yeah, you can use the paperweight. I don't mind the flying white.
Cursive. Nice, beautiful,
Nice.
gorgeous.
I think a little bit too big, I will say. I want it more a little bit tighter and concentrated because of this frame. A little bit stay more inside. Let's do another pine one. Okay, pine one. Let's try the red one. I'll get more ink, I think also. But pine, the word and the pine tree, normally, you know, very aged and very, some flying lines, your shows nice. I mean, you know, the character is meaningful and see, but so you want to show some flying white, you can go a little bit faster. See, I just want to tell you, this is it's good for writing. It's Shuan paper, rice paper, ready for writing, and not just baking paper. But if you feel like the pressure, sometimes I do very good on some poor paper, and later with no pressure, and I choose the good one, mounted on it. So yeah, that's my pine. And yeah, sometimes I do good. If you want to go to competition, you have to do some this kind of things, or write the things to I mean, for the gift to give people like more formal. You want directly on that, and you know, sometimes, be honest, I waste a lot because I write a couple of them, I'm not satisfied. And I do it again, I choose one of the, I think the best. And always, if you do more than one, you will choose the, you will choose which good, which will better, right? If you do more than one, for sure. And sometimes for your practicing, you know, the characters, not the last one is the best one. Sometimes just interesting, right? This is the art. Sometimes just, you know, everything is different. Anyway, so just want to show you, you can directly write on it, or you, with no pressure, and do some single Shuan or single mulberry paper, and later mount on it. Very, very easy. And you do very carefully do this. Yeah, that's on the scroll. I couldn't remember the price in my mind. I think this is less than 30, and the other bigger size is more expensive. But compare with the needs, you want, actually compare with the framing shop, or you go to like the scroll making, especially customized for you to do the your artwork on the practicing paper. That's very economic price, though. It depend on, and you can try some on the paper, of course, like the single Shuan or single Shuan with golden flake, and then later mount on it. And also normally, like Susan does the with mulberry with the golden flake, it's very light. But we have someone I did on the winter work. This is very dark. This is very dark for my orchids. Normally the color for the paper is very light because for the artwork. And this, we have the purple one, like a lavender one, and the blue one, kind of very, very dark. But my flower, this flower is very dark as well. So I chose this contrast, and I did in the winter time, very early spring for my orchids. And I don't know, lots of people like it. And this is with golden flake. Can you see that?
Mhm.
Golden flake.
It's
And
beautiful.
artwork, ink or color covers a little bit opaque, if opaque color, of course, but ink work won't cover it. It still shows. Anyway. Okay, just add some things to today's class and play with the scroll. And any question about today's characters? Now it's your turn.
I have a question just generally.
Susan Raymond,
I was, now that you said I can blame my paper, but I did get a new batch. And so when it drags a lot, it feels just very draggy. Does that, I tried adding like more ink, more liquid, and that didn't seem like, I guess my question is, should I press harder when it's dragging, or loosen up the ink more wet, or more pressing, or just kind of figure it out, I guess?
I guess the word is like dragging. It's become too dry, and it always matches. You need to get the balance of the speed your brush goes. Yeah. When you feel it really dragging. Yes, you want more ink, or you can go with power but go slower. That shows, that shows beauty. That shows beauty though, and that's what is supposed to be the way.
Okay.
For the the calligraphy writing.
Okay.
So yeah. So
thank you.
You see, when I write this pine, right, the pine tree, this is kind of in between walking style and the cursive style, kind of in between of that. So looks like the very, smooth looking, right? But did you notice that I do that not very fast?
Right, very slow.
Right, not very fast. Not the normal thing. Right, not the real. That's the real speed. It's supposed to be. Not for sometimes when I do on some scratching paper, like you will think I on purposely do slow, want to show you clearly. So this is the speed you watch. I want you to watch with power, and some things show why it shows the wholeness very good, because it's in your mind. In your mind, you know where you go. As we say, in your mind, when you painting bamboo, you know how the mature bamboo it is. Even you started from the root part, right?
Right. Okay.
So otherwise, yeah, that's the same way to the calligraphy writing, and especially like the one character writing, and especially you think about the meaning as the pine tree. Normally when we the national park, what is called white pine, this is 5,000-year-old pine tree. Yeah, we didn't see that because it's hiking a lot, and my little dog, old dog, cannot walk. We need to carry them for a long walking. So we did visit some like a 3,000-year-old tree, and that tree is, the pine tree really shows aged thing. it's not like the fresh flower, you know, very light thing.
Soft light, yes.
Right. So I want, when I write this, I want to show it goes slower and but with power, you know, it shows lots of the things. I hope it shows, you know, this kind of things. Yeah, not very quick, you know, smooth and light things.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
Thank
don't worry about the draggy, with some power and thinking of the wholeness of the character. It shows beauty. Or if you really do not want that dry, you know, yeah, get more ink. And for the larger, really large brush, sometimes it's waste lots of ink. You know, after writing, it's really waste ink. And some people I saw, Rosemary in San Diego, we have a workshop there, and she introduced water. She was the dancer artist, and she liked to the brush dance and for the art brush work. And what she does, and I learned, is like the big mop brush, you know, you have even no container to do the whole dipping things. And you know, when I did some things work in the Hollywood project, and the two people carry the big barrel for me for the ink, you know, when I go, I dip that like mop thing. Anyway, what Rosemary does, and she used the brush and do this way. You know, that's really good. And for the whole writing, probably you don't mind the flying white, and some stroke you want shows flying white, and you do not really need, you know, thoroughly, even in center or bottom of the brush, thoroughly, you know, wetted or had that much waste ink later time. Anyway, you can try this.
That's very, very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Because later I will wash this brush and
Right. So
with
full.
lots of ink. And
I was a house painter, so I know about you have the thick brush and so much water.
Yes. Normally I use the big plate, you know, my dining plate to do a cut, you know, because kind of hard to get from the container. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes, Kathy.
Yeah. So in beauty cursive style, would you do that? Would you do that just once more, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Two dots, different size, but this way, and then one horizontal one, very clear, and two of them, you know, shows connect, and back to this first character, and see, it's really draggy now, and I go slower, and big cross. Dot at very last.
Okay, so the middle of, I don't know how to describe it. Let's see, 1, 2,
the
3.
Middle thing,
The middle, the fourth stroke. You're going to the left and then to the right when you do that? The connected thing?
Okay, do it again, smaller thing.
Okay, thanks.
Top thing and the one stroke clear, and the middle thing, okay, actually it's from the two horizontal one, but very connect to horizontal one. Look at it like a Z shape thing. two horizontal,
Oh, okay.
and then back. I do a little bit of, okay, more clear shows.
Okay.
Yeah, and do this.
Thank you.
But you think like you do not want the too long leg thing or lean just like the one side like that. You need to balance things. You know, you do not want sometimes the too short leg. You know, anyway, find your you know, balancing looking thing for them.
Great. Thank you.
It's too dry actually. You want the beauty more, you know, watery, not really watery, but not that dry. Well, I want to use this the rest ink though in my brush just to show you stroke.
Victoria,
Yes.
I've noticed on both of the cursive ones, you know, when you lift up before you come down on that last stroke.
Cursive style, are you talking about?
Yeah. Could you do the one on the tree, the cursive on the tree? Because you just barely lifted it up and then came down.
You mean the pine thing?
Yeah, the pine.
The pine tree. Okay. Yeah. The pine tree wood. Okay, my ink is very dry now. I can try to put use a water dropper to put a drop of water. I don't mind. It's too light or smearing. I can go faster just to show you. Normally, when you add water, you need to, you know, do some things, grinding again, a couple of strokes. Anyway. That's about the walking style. And you want to do faster, you can do even together of them, or
yeah, on the very last one that you did, when you lifted up, you know, you made the first cross stroke or horizontal stroke and then barely lift it up and come back down, where you can hardly see that stroke as you lift it up.
You mean
understand?
You mean the wood part, wood radical part, right?
Right.
I understand.
Right.
That's why I said, right. Sometimes it's really kind of repeat, kind of overlapped, but it shows there is, we didn't learn yet, there is other strokes directly from here. Those are different.
Right.
Even overlapped. Sometimes it's not accident, it's totally overlapped. It's still this one.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Totally overlapped or slightly, you know, shows the two strokes. Just remember, it comes from this way.
It's just very fast, right?
Yes.
You do it very quick.
Yes. And even I do slow, sometimes doesn't matter, it's totally overlapped. Doesn't matter. Or you want it to show a little bit different, you can leave a little bit open. That's not the problem at all. As I said, the iron roll is from this side down and lift. That's the iron thing, and the plastic thing is the how open and how much the distance, even the overlapping, how much overlapping thing. That's the plastic thing. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, flexible.
Okay.
And it requires some overlapping. I mean, not directly draw a bigger curve here, not like that, not like that. Oh, some overlapping. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, any other questions, Emily?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have a question, another question about the ink. In Henry's landscape class,
Yes.
he said that using the stick ink, you would use pine soot ink for calligraphy and a tung oil stick for landscape painting. What's the difference, and how do you know because I have sticks that were given to me. I have no idea what they are. How do I know? What's the difference?
It shows on the, do you have the box or have the some carving things on the ink stick? You will have some things engraving on that. Do you have?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have that? Yeah. You can bring it. You can show me. I can
Now?
tell. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yes.
Can you write the word tongue in Chinese and also write the word soot so that we know those are on the ink sticks
Yes.
or packages?
Yes.
Like this one,
Uh-huh.
like this one, this is from this. Can you see it, Victoria?
Cannot really see the crucial thing. Yeah. In your right hand, it's called blue ink. For the blue, I mean, with a little bit of cold tone of blue, very light, not really shows blue. Just versus brown, red, brown color, warm color. And it says.
Susan, are you talking about the ink? I'm
stick.
sorry, it's a Qingmo. Not you're holding the blue ink, the pine suit.
Yeah, the right hand. Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the blue ink.
It's
Your left.
this.
Oh, that's the box, right? Box for.
Yeah,
That's the blue.
that's
That's the blue ink for painting.
Pine suit. This is pine suit.
This is pine suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emily.
Yes.
And your one is mostly, I think, the calligraphy one, because I know the brand.
Okay.
This is
What about this one?
this one. This is something dragon. But it
Can
does.
you show the end of it? Is there anything on the end? On the top end?
No.
Okay. So
It came in a box, but there's nothing on the box.
Okay, show me box.
okay,
wait.
there's one.
Oh, there's something.
Yeah, we can see that. It didn't say anything. It might be
only see it in the Chinese and the Hui something.
It's most likely the pine because
Right.
it didn't say it's usually the pine. It's from the Huangshan, the Yellow Mountain area.
I mean the name of it, the character on that is like a golden, like a gold cannot change, which means it's yeah. It says good ink. Even like the gold stick in Chinese, we have the gold stick, right? Gold stick. Even more expensive than gold stick, but I don't think this is the one. Don't worry. Yeah, because I know some brand, the same with brand. I do not know with exactly this quality. It's really an inexpensive one. Okay, basically with the ton oil one for painting, with some shiny looking some things, and for the pine suit. Okay, pine suit with this character of pine. Standard writing or on some quick writing like that with this pine character on that.
Okay.
And the tone with same radical of a wood tree. but with this thing, this tongue.
Ah, oh, that's home.
That's tongue tree, and this is pine tree. This is pine tree.
Okay.
Normally, pine suit, when you write, it's not shining. It's not shining, and normally for painting, they want more, not exactly sparkling, shining, not like that, but with a little bit, I don't know how to say that, my English, a little bit, not matte finish, kind of the glossy finish thing. And for the pine suit, the work shows more like the matte finish without any shining things. And the people normally, people normally like the writing of the calligraphy not shining, not shining, with more, you know, I don't know how to say that. The good word for, not poor, good word for some simple, pure, you know, things shows. And normally tongue oil suit is more oily, is more shining, more expensive, because they collected a little bit of soot from the glass, the, you know, glass thing over the lamp. You know that, you know, like the traditional the lamp things, the lighting things. They collect that very for very long time or amount. You can get one stick. And the pine suit, they just for, you know, from the pine tree and collect from the charcoal of pine suit. So with not oil thing, that's why not shining. More normally less expensive for the calligraphy writing and for the pine suit stick, ink stick, but nowadays, and also good quality pine suit, pine suit ink stick can be very expensive and very good quality. And I have a couple of them, but you know, just for my use. And normally people want to do some.
We are arrived at
That's why it's very dark in this workshop. This
10分钟至15分钟，
every 10 to 15 minutes.
它就有一层阴了嘛。它一
There's a layer of soot on the around the ball, and then they collect it.
是有了嘛？然后再
For
这样，
example,
就
yeah.
这样轻轻的看到，本来是刮下来，是这样
Brush
刮下
to
来，
get the soot.
这样刮下来，踩离这个烟。这不是这不是虚的吗？如果咬不封的话，它这个火就这样就不着，那个烟就跑。
Yeah, so they use brush to collect it. So brush to collect it, not knife, not hard scriber things. Yeah, so that's what we visited the making, the ink stick making, and the hand making thing is really nowadays really the laboring work, and need lots of skills as well, and even for the paper thing and the ink stick traditional thing. And we visited the like a countryside small town of original thing to, you know, to do that. And after that I, you know, more appreciate the ink stick and more the paper, handmade paper. Yes. Okay, I think that's how much we talked today. And for next class will be the next section, and you need to sign up for the next 4-week class again. Yeah, I heard from I think a few of them registered already. And Susan Raymond says, I need to, I like this class. I need to sign up for the next one again. Otherwise, I cannot catch up. But I want to say the things about this class. I hope you you learned things, and but not just a result of the things you learned. I do not want you to get any like pressure of things. Oh, I cannot remember the characters, how to write it, or I just feel like 1 week, 2 characters, and later I forgot it. You know, things about I learned in my mind or how much I learned, I got precious. Nothing, I mean, do not worry about that. That's why I said not only for the results of learned, you know, also I hope you enjoy the process, you know. I hope so far you are doing good for the process, I mean, for the class, in the class, even just for, oh, I heard something the first time, or I enjoyed the time during the class. Even I didn't do that much artwork yet, and I learned that, and like I go to the lecture and I heard, I learned. So until you want to do something, you do. So enjoy the process, and not only the results of I learned. Frankly, for how writing, what's the best way? I always forgot, you know, what's the best way. And for the occasion, occasion of the writing, or for the presentation, some things for the show, I need to prepare. I need to prepare to do lots of practicing, and to get the best one to do for that moment. So don't worry about the forgot things. I hope you enjoy the whole process.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There
Very
you
good.
go. My
Thank you
pleasure.
very
Bye.
much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Victoria. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hi, Victoria. Can you post the video, record video for me? Because I cannot follow from the beginning, please.
Oh, sure. We'll post it to the online class. I'll also send you a link in email.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Whose question? Whose question?
Hugh.
It's free. Yeah, it's true. Because I'm busy, so that I am
Okay.
late.
Actually, I want to because I don't know how to say not for the advertising. I want people know anytime they can join in, because every class are kind of individual. You can learn things.
Yeah.
And for some, like we learned as elements, right? Like a wood radical or grass radical on top as element. We will meet time and time at different characters it shows. And so I want to, because some people ask a question about
I'm very
how come your class started like the 3 months, we missed a lot, I cannot catch up. You know, some individualism for each class, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I can, how can I tell people anyway? Okay, there you go.
I hope
Bye-bye.
I hope someday. Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Victoria,
Yes.
only one last question.
Yeah.
In the pine, this is the symbol of cloud, isn't it?
No. Well, the bottom one is the same, but the top one are not the same. The top,
Okay.
the whole character on the right is the grandpa, grandpa,
Okay.
grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay. Okay. Thank
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.